Oh, yeah? Whoa.
What the Sigma?
I did. I upped the price. Everything. Inflation hit them all. Everything's prices got upped. But there is more now.
Ha! I can't read.
Damn. Bros freaky. Hey gamers, how we doing? Hope everyone's doing good. How are we all? We're back again. I'm doing amazing. I need an early night because I'm working. Rip that work. You're good, Matt. You're good. Oh, jeez. Alright. Let's learn about Mr. Airball's plan. Airballs. My friend's 18th tomorrow too. Exciting. That is exciting. Let's go. Big number. I'd plan to take you out if you turned out to be on the side of the royals. But I think I can trust you. Before I leave, I'm gonna tell the humorous story behind the party. Please do. I can't believe I was that close to getting shanked here. It's like you said. I have no intention of leaving Dirk's group. In other words, you were testing me. You're a foreigner, and a lawyer who's been charged with abetting a criminal to boot. And I've seen a fair share of lawyers get pardoned after weeping at the feet of the Queen. Well, I'm gonna keep fighting till the end. Yeah, I can see that now. Sorry I ever doubted you. So what are you doing here anyway? I came to get the secret hideout key from a helper. A secret hideout? Yep. I was supposed to get my next order from Dirk there. But the town's swarming with cops thanks to that murder. Nothing I can do about it. So basically, the girl organizing talked bad about me behind my back, so I don't like her, so she was trying to invite me and tried to add me on Snap. Ooh. Yikes. What about the order Dirk was supposed to give you? I'm gonna have to abort that mission. Now I'm just lying low, waiting for a chance to make contact with Dirk again. Hey, why the long face? I thought you'd be able to tell me something about the High Priest's murder. I screenshotted that and sent it to a different friend, like, no way I'm adding her. Oh, what a creep. Oh. Sorry to disappoint you. Oh, I know. Let me make it up to you with this. What is it? This orb is actually a key. It opens the door to one of our secret hideouts. I can't say any more than that. Anyway, hope it helps. This orb is a key? Yep! Plus the hideout's in a totally unexpected location. Only to get a message request on Instagram like an hour late, like I'm organizing a birthday party for Tom, you wanna come? Okay. And being that it's super secret, we couldn't have just any ordinary key. I see. An orb entrusted to me by Mr. Arbal. It seems to be the key to the rebel hideout. And I felt really bad and I had to message a friend and chatted about her to all like, never mind, she's nice, I'm Jeez. Maybe this will help me unravel the truth behind this case. Thanks. Don't mention it. Besides, you're a fellow brother in arms fighting the powers that be. If it'll help you, feel free to prick. Whoa. I felt so bad. If it'll help you, feel free to pick my brain a bit more. But, I'm going, but... Everyone's been talking about the return of Lady Kira lately. Well, my friend Maya is suspected of being the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira. You wouldn't happen to know who she really is, though, would you? But she still called me weird to my friends, so I don't like her still, but like... yeah. You wouldn't happen to know who she really is, though, would you? Food will be provided. Beats me, but whoever she is, she bushwhacked me and hauled me off to jail. Even worse, on top of attacking us and delivering us to the cops. She's been watching us like a hawk and framing us for different crimes. Watching you like a hawk? Framing you for crimes? Why would anyone go to all that trouble? Our kingdom likes to pretend that its people are free to think what they want. Because of that, the authorities can't arrest you just for sympathizing with the rebellion. So they resort to framing people for things they didn't do. Damn. Then that Lady Kira figure is... Yep, she's just some lick-spittle working for the Garan regime. Dang. Anyways, I must sleep now. Good night, guys. Have an amazing time for me. Don't die. Bye, man. Have a good night's rest. Have fun at the birthday party. Have fun. Have a good time. Get some sleep. Get some sleep. Yep. She's just some lick-spittle working for the Garan regime. Bye. Wow. Even without the GC Act, Dirk and his insurgent scum buddies' days are numbered. What's that supposed to mean? Let's just say I got a little trick up my sleeve, so I'd watch it if I were you. Oh, I can... Oh, never mind. Because you got a defiant attitude. Like one of them dragon dupes. So he was talking about Lady Kira then. Advanced combat skills, detailed surveillance, and clever setups. She's no amateur if you ask me. So you're saying the monarchy is using Lady Kira to secretly take out the rebels? Exactly. The Garan regime is using her to control the people, even down to what we think. Why don't the people protest if the monarchy is doing things like that? Unfortunately, we don't have any conclusive evidence. What happened to my Phoenix Wright game? This got crazy political. I'm loving it though. I like this little like B plot that's going on. Unfortunately, we don't have any conclusive evidence. And without that, we can't prove anything. Ugh, I know the feeling. If I bring this up in court, they'll probably dismiss it out of hand. I can't wait for Phoenix Wright to overturn the monarchy. I'll have to unmask Lady Kira if I want to get anywhere. Our goal? To get rid of that evil No-Good Defense Culpability Act. I can tell just by looking at Dirk's law book. The DC Act has turned his kingdom. They've turned this kingdom into a corrupt cesspool, where false charges are overlooked and prosecutors are the only ones heard in court. It's been 23 years since it was first enacted. You know, I was joking about Apollo's birth being the reason this whole thing happened, but I think it might be true. Because like, bro, we know, I'm pretty sure we know Apollo was like little when his dad died and stuff, and his mom thought that they both were dead, and he's only 24. So I can't believe that I originally joked about it, but it's probably true. That Apollo existing is the reason that this place is corrupt. I like to imagine that, and I hope it's true. I hope Apollo's the reason. That'd be so funny. It's been 23 years since it was first enacted. What happened 23 years ago to make them pass such a terrible law? There's this boy. His name was Apollo Justice. He was born into the world, and with it, chaos reigned. He is the Antichrist. Oh no. Oh, okay. Not Apollo's birth then. Apollo, it's all your fault. This country is under a dictatorship. Apollo did it. Apollo's birth killed the queen. The assassination of Queen Amara. That's where it all began. It happened before I was even born, but Queen Amara, the previous queen, was assassinated. And it was the rebel leader Dirk who did it. Dirk assassinated the former queen, didn't he? That's the official line, but... The official line? Oh, like another person who assassinated the queen is Rafa's dad. Those charges were completely trumped up. Dirk was framed, I'm telling ya. We're gonna end up... I told you, we're gonna end up revisiting this court case in the final... Probably the final chapter of this game. Guarantee it, we're gonna revisit that court case. And we're gonna prove Dirk's innocence. He was? Plus, Dirk was a lawyer. Once the people thought a lawyer had killed the queen, they turned against all lawyers. I love in this universe, prosecutors can get away with anything. They can get away with forging evidence, abusing people, murdering people, having whips in court. Prosecutors are beloved. The minute a lawyer does a bad thing once, probably, lawyers are evil. It's the dark age of the law. Phoenix Wright forged that evidence one time. That's it. The law's corrupt. The world is ending. Dirk may have killed this queen. Lawyers are evil. Let's murder them all. Unless you're Blackwell, apparently. Yeah. Unless you're Blackwell. Only time they'll turn against you is if your name is Simon Blackwell. Once the queen thought a lawyer had killed the queen. Whoa. Once the people thought a lawyer had killed the queen, they turned against all lawyers. And that's how the DC Act was first passed. So that's why there aren't any lawyers left in Kharian. Even worse, it changed the significance of the divination seance. The significance of the divination seance? They were holding seances in court even before the DC Act? Phoenix, this is the land of spirit mediums. If they could find out the truth by just, looking at the dead, they're gonna use it. If everyone in their country believes it, that's valid, And, I'm sure what he's gonna say is that they used it in the way Phoenix has been trying to use it, where they witnessed, they watched the divination, they watched the seance, and they glean from it information, but don't use it as conclusive proof. Which is, valid. If you're not using it as proof, you're just trying to get, figure out, help your case a bit and stuff. You bet they were. Lawyers and prosecutors used to hotly contest the insights that came out of seances. Yeah, that's valid. You mean what I've been doing? Right. It's like Dirk used to say. The royal priestess's insights are just another piece of evidence. Yeah. Right. I see what you mean about the significance of the divination seance changing. Yup. The insights became the only truth, and arguing against them was banned.
As royal priestess, it is my duty to reveal the truth through the divination seance. This time, I will prove that the insights I glean thereof are the very truth itself. Prepare yourself, for this shall be your last trial and your last rites. Tomorrow shall end with you under the headsman's axe.
Imagine this game concluded with a cliffhanger where war breaks out between countries. Oh god. From what I've seen, Rafa would agree with that. This kingdom's a shadow of its former self. It's become a dictatorship where the royals use the fear of trumped-up charges to rule. And that's what Dirk's been rebelling against? Yep. All we want is to live in a kingdom with a fair and impartial legal system. The two judges join in and have to fight each other with their gavels. There's only one way to make that come true. Overthrow the current regime. So that's the truth behind the rebels. Well, PW, my friend, it's about time for me to get going. After all, I am the fangs of the Defiant Dragons. He's fun. I like him. He's fun. That's a ball! You're not gonna do that alley-oop thing again, are you? I was just getting to that. See ya when I see ya. Alley-oop. There he goes. Why does he have to jump like that before running off? Well, I guess we're friends now. Oh, we misunderstood you, bro. We're friends. But enough about that. I've already spent way too much time here. Yeah. Alright. We can finally close off the vertical bar. Mega Lev. Karayan. Bizarre. Wow, that's bizarre. Ah, sunlight. Whew. Finally got out of there. Mr. Wright! Wait, was the dog with us, or did the dog end up going back after we got knocked out? I just realized that the dog came down into this, like, the manhole with us. How did it get back out? I'm so glad you're okay. I was so worried about you. Oh. Shadow. Oh, Shadow. What happened to him anyway? Oh good, he is gonna ask. He came out of the manhole about 5 minutes after you went in. Sorry he wasn't much help. Oh.
Well, did you find anything of worth?
Yeah, the rebels are down there. Go get them. Oh, I tripped and fell down there. Shadow has the power of teleportation. I must have been out cold for a while. I better keep things to myself for now.
I figured as much.
I have to find that secret hideout Mr. Arbol was talking about. I should probably start with places that have something to do with the High Priest. How's it going?
Barbed Head, I detect a foul odor emanating from you.
Ew. Well, I did walk through the sewers, so...
Stay back! Keep your stink to yourself!
I'd be glad to leave you alone if you'd like.
Who said you could walk away from me, you mutton head?
Fine, I'll stick to you like glue. Oh my god. He's so big brother with her. I love it. I love it so much.
No, that is too close.
They're so sibling. I love them so much. This is adorable. I love it. I love how all like the protagonist assistant relationships is always big brother, little sister. I love it so much. I just can't win with her.
Even after investigating the sewers, you have nothing.
Well, I'm not ready to give up yet. Besides, I wouldn't say I have nothing. Phoenix loses and Rafa's like, no, you can't kill him. He's big bro. There's nowhere I wouldn't go if it would help Maya.
So, what will it be next? Will you dive into a septic tank?
If it would help Maya, I wouldn't rule it out. Oh, Phoenix.
Stay back!
I thought it was just a hypothetical. Alright, where should we go? We haven't been to the inner sanctum in a while.
Barbed Head, you already searched here, did you not?
Dang, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, I just thought I'd look around again. You know, in case I missed something. I probably shouldn't tell her I'm looking for the secret rebel hideout. We have a saying back home. Leave no stone unturned. Are we gonna turn some stones? Is it behind the stones?
Oh, yes. You cannot stump me. I know that one.
Actually, I don't have a clue. It's written all over your face. Alright, let's look around. Anything new? Statue of bird. Yeah, okay. Is this just the same thing? Hey, this eye is missing. Oh, this is new dialogue.
What are you doing? You must not touch that for no reason.
Sorry. But that shape. I wonder. Oh, the orb, yeah.
Take that!
Oh, that's cool. I knew it. Should you really be doing this? Was Rafa here? Like, this seems like a bad idea to bring the monarchy to where the rebels are. Like, I knew it. That's like betraying their trust, Tommy. What? So that's how the third person appeared. So it was definitely someone working from the inside. It was someone working from the inside, which I'm pretty sure I called a while ago. That it was a, traitor of the rebels. She must be at a loss for words. And that doesn't happen too often.
What is this place? Explain yourself at once, Barbed Head.
I don't think she's ready for the full story. I don't really know much myself, but it seems to be a secret rebel hideout. Don't tell her! Don't! What is wrong? Phoenix, right? You're such a snitch! Yeah, tell the monarchy where the rebels are after you just befriended them. If I'm shocked there's a secret door here, I imagine that goes double for Rafa.
A rebel hideout in the inner sanctum? Somebody will pay for this.
Well, for now, I think I'll have a look around.
Wait, you must not enter before the police.
Don't worry, I won't disturb anything. Or at least I'll try not to. Besides, with you watching over me, it should be fine, right? And, you see...
Fine. Just please stop pleading your case. I can only stand so much lawyerly drivel. But I will be presenting all information gleaned from your efforts here to the police.
Of course. Now, shall we? We shall.
I will go no further.
Thank you. Alright. You're not supposed to come in contact with the taint of Lady Kira's battles.
Very good, Barbed Head. I commend you for remembering.
Oh, well, thank you. Wait, why am I thanking her?
I may not be able to enter, but I'll allow no misdeeds on your part. I will be watching you like a warbod from the entrance here.
I told you I'm not gonna do anything. Better hurry before she changes her mind. Alright. Catch you later.
No spiders, please. Thank you. I believe this to be a secret space that enshrines the source of the spring water.
That makes sense. The rebels must have converted it into a secret hideout. But what about that warbod revolving door? I wonder if that too was originally intended to hide and protect this sacred place.
To think those filthy rebels were scheming their schemes in this most sacred space. It is a desecration upon Koreanism itself. The defiant dragons shall pay for this.
I suppose it's only natural that she'd be upset, but the investigation must go on. I think I'll start by taking a picture of the place. Good thing I brought a camera to snap some souvenir shots. Phoenix.
Stop that! You must not take photos here without permission.
Rafa's really fired up. She's sticking her head in as far as it will go. Guess she won't be tainted as long as she doesn't touch anything. It was literally built into the inner sanctum. Now, to search every nook and cranny.
Barbed Head, just because it is hard for me to see your every move, do not use that as an excuse to touch and break things.
I heard you the first time. Sheesh. is the only angle we got. We got some blood here. What's this, a blood stain? I should probably try to figure out what happened in here. Okay, so that's where the blood came from. Somebody died in here. Or got hurt in here.
Do not tamper with any evidence before the police arrive.
The police? Hey, that reminds me. Eva gave me something just for times like these. Luminol! Luminol! We're inside the rebel hideout. And we showed the monarchy the rebel hideout. Because we're an awful person. I thought it might help your investigation. Here, it's all yours. I wanted to bring you a bunch of other forensic tools, but they were confiscated at the airport. Luminol testing fluid. This actually might come in handy. Luminol testing fluid glows in reaction to even the tiniest traces of blood. So it can even detect areas where blood has been wiped up. Might help us figure out what happened in here. Are we gonna see like a massive pool of blood? Okay, time for science to do its thing. First, let me put these red tinted glasses on to see the luminols glow. Let's spray! Then I just press A, wherever I want to spray some luminol.
It's X, Phoenix. I'm on a PlayStation controller.
Areas where the blood will react by turning blue. Alright, What? It's not gonna react to that blood we can already see? Crazy. Here. Blood, where are you? Oh, there we go. This is a huge blood stain. Something big must have happened here.
Perhaps the High Priest's blood flowed in there from under the Warbod statue.
No, don't think so. There was definitely a lot of blood here. But it's impossible to say much else at this point. I'll just take a picture for now. Yeah, he tried to take a picture of Luminol. Alright, luminol reactions don't show up in photos. I'll just have to take some notes. He scribbled on the picture. Oh, Phoenix Wright. What a guy. At least when Pearl did it, she did like the little circles that said luminol here. He just scribbled it. Yeah, blood, like this. It was crazy. Very real blood. That should do it. I didn't notice before, but the bloodstains looks like it's smeared away in one place. Is it because the Warbod revolving door passed over it? Oh, that makes sense. That it was when it went, it smeared the blood. Interesting. Phoenix should have brought Pearl with him. She doesn't need school. Oh boy. Looks like an order from Dirk.
What's this? Let me see that.
I thought you're not supposed to touch anything in here.
This is an exception. Now hand it over. Let's see here.
Oh, Holy Mother. What? What does it say?
It is an order intended for that rebel named Dots. It reads, after the Wright, infiltrate the palace under the guise of returning Lady Kira's costume.
Oh no.
And search for clues about that incident from 23 years ago. Dirk.
23 years ago? He must mean the assassination of Queen Amara. Wonder what the rebels are up to. It's intriguing and all, but it doesn't seem related to the case at hand. So the rebels had the Lady Kira outfit. So I still think it's Lady Believe. I'm pretty sure she's gonna end up being the killer. I'm guessing they were all rebels. Like, he was a rebel, she was a rebel, and he was a rebel. And I'm guessing maybe she worked out a deal with the monarchy because the Lady Kira, imposter, works for the monarchy. So I'm wondering if she's like, you know, took a job from them to, you know, backstab her colleagues. That's my theory, that she was also a rebel. It's intriguing and all, but it doesn't seem related to the case at hand. This will not do. I must warn my mother at once. Oh. Sorry, I read that in Phoenix's voice. This will not do. I must warn my mother at once. No need to do that. This order will never be carried out. Lady Kira's costume is still here, and Abbot Inmi is no longer able to aid the rebels.
I knew that.
Oops, sorry.
Is there anything else you would like me to read, Barbed Head?
Oh, I didn't expect different dialogue. I accidentally clicked it. Oh, let's see. How about this note?
Let me see that.
Kanuro, Zabas, Barbar, Yak, and Ru.
Wait, this looks familiar.
What is it? Some kind of Koreanese spell?
No, it's a recipe for Koreanese curry.
I guess the rebels enjoy a home-cooked meal just like everyone else. That's funny. A large stone slab. It's shaped like a magatama. It looks rather unstable. I bet it'd tip over in an earthquake. What's that earthy, grass-like smell?
It is the smell of the moss that covers the stone.
Oh, so this shaggy green stuff is moss? It looks like some of the moss about halfway up has been disturbed. Yeah, there's handprints on it. Weird handprints. At least Pearl is in here. She might cover something like that. Wonder why that is. One quick touch can't hurt, right? Whoa. The slab's starting to wobble.
What is happening? What have you done to the sacred space?
Nothing. All I did was nudge it a little. I knew it looked unstable. Probably best not to touch it again. 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 Okay. Fine. There's a plumed Punisher calendar here.
Ah, now I understand. The villains in the Plume Punisher are based on the insurgents. Watching the show must have roused their ire against Lady Kira.
If I remember correctly, Pearl mistook gravely as gravy, but used curry instead. No, she used gravy. It was gravy. It might have been curry in the anime, but in the games it was gravy. I doubt that's it. Look.
What is it, Barbed Head?
It's a plumed Punisher clock.
Why, I believe it is a limited edition promotional item given to 50 lucky viewers.
Oh, thought you weren't a fan, Rafa.
This rare item plays the Plumed Punisher theme song every hour. Hand it over now, Barbed Head.
Ah, she snatched it away from me. No matter what she says, Rafa is definitely a huge fan.
What a fine item.
She's such a nerd. And this switch. Let her be a kid! Let her be a kid!
And this switch, if I'm right...
It's the Plume Punisher theme song.
Yes, now I see. The insurgents who use this room must be Plume Punisher fans.
That may be so, but I don't see how it's relevant to the case. I bet it's gonna be relevant. Weapons. And lots of them, too.
We are lucky we found them before they could be used. Excellent work, Barbed Head.
Oh, thanks. If the rebellion ever happens, I hope it's bloodless. Okay, Phoenix. So, this is the water source that supplies the Inner Sanctum spring. It flows through the channel built into the floor before heading outside.
Lady Kira uses the sacred water to wash the taint of battle from her body.
It's also not red like the water in the spring.
How dare those filthy insurgents raise their banner amid such a sacred place? Barbed Head, you must burn it at once!
Didn't you tell me not to touch or damage anything?
This is an exception. Very well. If you will not do it, then I will.
But your benevolence, I thought you're not supposed to come in here. For once, the strange customs of this kingdom are working in my favor. There's something under the banner. A microphone? What's this doing here? Oh, I knew it! There's a traitor! Was someone trying to record something with it? I got this all figured out, Phoenix Wright. Well, I think that covers about everything here. Oh, Emma, you just spawned in. Mr. Wright, you shouldn't have come in here before the police. Sorry, but I was in a hurry. I didn't do anything I wasn't supposed to, except for spray luminol all over the place. Her benevolence can attest to that.
It is your fault for being so slow. I expect the police to work faster and more efficiently.
There was a traitor among them. Sorry.
Well, Barbed Head, have you not already seen enough?
I guess it's about time I got back to the temple and go over everything I've learned.
Welcome back, Mr. Wright. How'd it go?
Unfortunately, I didn't find anything conclusive.
No way. I do not understand, Barbed Head.
What don't you understand?
Why you did not commit any misdeeds during your investigation. After all, lawyers ply their trade primarily through illicit means and methods.
What? Who told you that?
My mother? Are you saying she was wrong? No, that cannot be! You must have committed some sort of misdeed right under my nose!
That's a you problem. You shouldn't be here. We haven't yet. That's a you problem. If that were so, she wasted her whole day following me around.
What is it? Prosecutor Sadmati has need of me.
What's going on?
I must go perform a divination seance for Pere Zealot. It is our custom for the prosecution to review its contents before a trial begins. But lawyers don't get to see.
I see.
The third time will be the charm. My insights will finally bring you to your knees tomorrow. And I will teach that neophyte practitioner a lesson.
Looks like the royal priestess is back with a vengeance. She's made a full recovery from when we started the investigation earlier today. I look forward to seeing you in court, Your Benevolence.
Your overconfidence will be your downfall. You will not look so confident when I'm finished with you tomorrow.
Damn. Actually, I'm not really looking forward to seeing her tomorrow. Especially without any solid evidence. Why don't we go over everything you know so far? Alright. Well, let's see here. Acolyte Zealot was killed during the Wright with Lady Kira's dagger, and Maya's fingerprints were found on it.
That doesn't sound very good.
I know. It's the very definition of being up a creek without a paddle. The day before his murder, Zealot enjoyed a meal with the High Priest, his wife, and Maya. I also learned about spirit channeling here in Korian. None of that sounds very helpful. Oh, but I did hear something interesting. That the rebel hunting Lady Kira might be working for the Justice Minister.
What? Really? Our kingdom is supposed to be ruled through faith and laws. We can't allow the people to be controlled by fear and violence.
That sounds like something a rebel might say.
It does? But if that Lady Kira really is one of Minister Inga's subordinates, that would exonerate Miss Maya.
He knows a lot of big words. He's like the opposite of Pearl. When she was little, she couldn't say any words. Unfortunately, I have no way of proving it in court.
Oh, that's too bad.
Oh, I almost forgot about the secret rebel hideout we found at the Inner Sanctum. Yeah, just casually dropped that. The secret what? He's not phased? Alright. There was a blood stain inside. But I don't know if or how it's connected to this case, though.
Wow! A secret room at the Inner Sanctum? That would be a huge hit with tourists!
This kid really is an entrepreneur at heart.
What I mean is that the hideout could be important to your case.
Maybe, but it's still too early to tell. Ugh. Looks like I'm heading into court without any useful evidence. We'll just have to pray something appears during tomorrow's trial. Princess Raifa's divination seance might be my only hope. There could be some new information in it that might help.
The divination seance? But I thought it always works against the accused.
Not always. Right. It's like Dirk used to say. The royal priestess's insights are just another piece of evidence.
Really? I never heard anyone say that before. It's hard to figure you out sometimes, sir.
Divination seances worked both ways before the Defense Culpability Act. It's only now that the people of Korian find it strange.
Mr. Wright, I just wanted to say, good luck tomorrow.
I hope they keep the dad alive so he's constantly locked in a cell where tourists can take photos of him constantly annoying him until the day he dies. Thanks. I can't afford to lose this next one. Wow, a real-life dictator. We got a photo. I've collected all sorts of information, but I haven't even started connecting the dots. If I could do that, I might have a shot at pulling off a win. Don't worry, Phoenix. I've got it all figured out. Raifa's insights will be the deciding factor. It's a huge gamble, but it's all I've got. To be continued. Oh, I was like, why is my controller not working? I wasn't tabbed in. I wonder if Phoenix will cheer up Raifa when she gets it wrong again. High Court of Korian, accused lobby. Maya looks exhausted, but I can't blame her.
Nick, I was thinking about it all day yesterday. I never properly asked you to defend me, did I?
It doesn't matter. I'm on this case till the bitter end. Maya, we all know at this point I'm pretty much your private lawyer.
I know. That's why I wanted to officially ask you for your help.
You got it, Maya. Let's do this.
She's like, actually, I wanted, you remember back the first time I got accused of murder? Yeah, I want, Marvin Grossberg on this case. So he's flying in
Sorry, Nick. I guess you can go home, though. You gotta wrap this up and get back home so you can make your dream show come true. The Steel Samurai versus the Plumed Punisher, right? You bet.
You look as if you did not sleep last night, Barbed Head. It is written all over your face. How can you expect to put up a respectable defense like that?
I'm all fired up and raring to go. I guess Maya's not the only one looking exhausted. Rifa doesn't seem in the best spirits herself. Haha, get it, spirits, haha. Cause she can't channel them, haha, she doesn't have the power.
Go ahead. Feign confidence now while you are still able. For I will see to it that your last rites are read to you this day.
Guess it was just my imagination. Ready, Nick? Okay, Maya. Let's head on in. Maya casually spirit channels the dead guy at the trial and says, "Yep, it was my wife. Lock her up. Court is now in session. All rise." And they'd be like, "No, no, we can't trust her. No. We can't trust that evidence." Bro. But we trust your shaky insights. Now then, if everyone is ready. The defense is ready, Your Majesty. The prosecution is ready. Let us begin without further delay. Oh, no prayers this time, Prosecutor Sadmati? I already offered my prayers for the latest victim during my visit to the crime scene. Being that the accused has already been found guilty of the first murder, let us hasten this trial so we may put this dead lawyer walking out of his misery. I could not agree more. In yesterday's trial, the accused was already found guilty of murdering the high priest. And today she'll be tried for the murder of his disciple, Pere Zealot. Now then, Prosecutor Sadmati, your opening statement, if you would. Certainly. The accused has now slain two of the most devout clergymen in Koreanism. Even the lowest level of hell, the hell of tickling, would not be punishment enough. I love how that is the darkest level of hell, is the hell of tickling. It's so good. Then, what terrible fate awaits her? You know, the hell of tickling, where they tickle you for 8 million years. Oh god. Oh, I'm guessing there's some pun in that, probably. But, jeez. Let's go through this slow. Balgilpokon. Balgilpokon. Hell. A realm of eternal agony. There she will suffer the endless punishment of Jagar by the Galum of Polomoten. Furthermore, Goljama. Enough! My blood runs cold at the mere thought that such a terrible place exists. I was gonna ask for a translation, but on second thought, ignorance is bliss. Now then, please continue, minus the part about the terrible hell awaiting the accused. As you wish. The victim of this heinous crime was the high priest's disciple, Pere Zealot. He had been training under the high priest while living at the priest's home. I had met him a number of times, and he seemed like an earnest young man. How tragic that he met such a terrible end. The murder occurred at the Plaza of Devotion during the purification rite. It was a bold crime carried out while the plaza was full of the faithful, deep in prayer. The war-bound dagger was found impaled in the victim's upper back. The stabbing caused a spinal cord injury that killed him instantly. Ah, the war-bound dagger, Lady Kira's weapon of choice. We have already established that the accused prints were on the weapon. Incredibly damning evidence in itself. No, I didn't do it.
Objection.
Hold your tongue. Now, being the accused Maya Fey is a serial killer, the prosecution believes that the death penalty is the only possible sentence. Would the defense care to respond? The accused is innocent, and nothing can convince me otherwise. After all, the crime scene was packed with worshippers. How could my client possibly have committed this murder without a single witness? The accused's fingerprints are on the murder weapon alone, is enough to render a verdict. As such, I see no need to debate this any further. But... Well, once her benevolence conducts her seance, it'll be clear for all to see. Your Majesty, might I have a word? Is something the matter, Prosecutor Sanmari? It is about the divination seance. Your benevolence?
Stop right there, Prosecutor Sadmati.
Ooh. As you wish. Forgive me for overstepping my bounds. What was that all about?
Barbed Head, have you made peace with your fate? For this time, the divination seance will bring you to your knees.
Ooh, jeez. I'm ready, and I accept your challenge. The only problem is, I have no weapons at my disposal. Our only hope now is what we can glean from the seance vision and Raifa's insights. Very well, the divination seance, if you please, your benevolence.
Yes, let us begin.
Naina?
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped.
No. No, he looks nice. He looks fine. Especially in Apollo Justice. Ace Attorney 4. He looked good, okay?
O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
I don't get it. Why wasn't there anything to see? Your benevolence! What in the world?
I was unable to evoke any sort of response. I called out the spirit's name many times, but to no avail.
Just as I thought. Wait, what does he know that we don't? I had sought to confirm the contents of today's divination seance. Oh! I think I know. Okay. Death Note logic. They need a face and a name to do it. I bet she has the face. Because they mentioned that last trial. I bet that's not his name. I bet he's got a different name. I'm solving it. That's why she can't call him. Because they mentioned that last time. I had sought to confirm the contents of today's divination seance. After all, it is customary for the prosecutor to verify it beforehand. Come to think of it.
I must go perform a divination seance for Pere Zealot. It is our custom for the prosecution to review its contents before a trial begins.
And that is why I sought to stop her benevolence from performing it here. However, she insisted that it be done. She wished to try one more time here in the Hall of Justice. It would appear her benevolence is tired from her manifold duties.
I am not anything of the sort. The victim's spirit will not answer my call, but I know not why. It is my sacred duty to convey the truth through the divination seance.
Rafa, what are we to do without a divination seance? What would they do in this situation? Like, if Phoenix wasn't here as a defense attorney, they would just be like, well, we can't verify that the accused killed this guy. Let's lock her up. I suppose I shall have to deliver the last rites without them. The prosecution has already taken that into account when preparing for today. I am fully capable of proving the accused's guilt, with or without a divination seance. You never failed to impress, Prosecutor Sadmati. I feel so bad for Rafa, my poor girl. This is bad. The divination seance was my one and only hope. Your Majesty, her benevolence said she isn't tired. So shouldn't we try to find out why the divination seance failed? How curious, Mr. Wright. Why have you suddenly taken such a keen interest in the divination seance?
Yes, explain yourself. The divination seance is for shedding light on an accused's crimes. It is the Holy Mother's hammer of wrath that is ever poised to pound you into your grave. You should fear it, not plead for it.
I believe in my client. Plus, yesterday, somebody told me something that changed my mind. The divination seance was once thought of as just another piece of evidence. If we were to correctly interpret the visions through careful analysis, then they would lead us to the truth behind what really happened. And the truth will show that my client, Maya Fey, is innocent.
The truth is, you don't have anything else to fall back on, huh, Nick?
Maya, please, you're not helping.
How dare you! The voice of a Maitama is to be feared, not utilized by vile lawyers such as you.
Seances exact a heavy toll upon the royal priestess. It would be best not to burden her any further. Or does the defense feel that it can pose no counter arguments without the seance? No, of course not. He saw right through me. I'll have to find a way to make the divination seance happen, or we're toast. Well, since the divination seance is not possible at this time, I see no other choice. Let us proceed with the trial without the seance, as Prosecutor Sadmati suggested. Thank you, Your Majesty.
Why, you! I will not forget this barbed head. This will not be the last you see of me. Okay.
Now then, I will now proceed by providing an outline of the case at hand. Very well. If the lead detective would please come to the stand, we may begin.
Emma! Emma! Yay! Look at the little safety pin holding up her forensics band. Oh, and her little watch. Oh, Emma.
Sorry, Mr. Wright. Detective Sky, I understand how you would wish to save the accused and the defense. They are your friends after all, but you must let them go and move on. But there is only one way to save them now, by giving their souls the chance to burn away the taint of their sins in the infernal flames. I can't do this. No eating in the Sacred Hall of Justice.
Miss Sky?
Yes? Whoa, Maya and Emma interaction. Whoa. This entire time I've been single-handedly blaming the dad. I know the mom isn't innocent either. I wonder if she was in on it so she could become queen sooner, etc.
Wow, Maya Emma interactions. Crazy. Don't worry about me and Nick. You just do your job. I'm sure Nick will figure something out. Eventually.
Oh, look at her eyes. Right. Thanks, Miss Faye. How very brave for a criminal with a tainted soul. Very well. Detective Sky, please proceed. Okay, I can do this. Let me start with an overview of this case. The latest victim was Pere Zealot. He'd been training under the High Priest and living at his house for the past 2 years. Past 2 years, you say? Very interesting. The High Priest's widow, Believe in Me, has identified the victim's body. He may have been mistaken for a rebel and killed due to his connection with the High Priest. I want to be surprised if the Fae twist is true. Oh wait, I have a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. Oh, I see. Well, that certainly makes sense. Would the defense care to respond? I didn't spot any inconsistencies in her testimony so far, and I don't have any evidence in my arsenal. What am I gonna do now? What is it, Maya?
I was just wondering about how much the police actually looked into Acolyte Zealot. Because it just might prove to be the key as to why the divination seance failed.
What are you getting at?
Well, it's just a hunch.
Wait a second. During my investigation, Rafa told me about how the divination seance works. If I could figure out why it failed, maybe she could try it again? Okay, time to press for some more information. What if the Fae clan fled the country because a part of their family, despite being weaker when it comes to spirit channeling, got in a stronger hold, so it's a Morgan situation, but on a massive scale. Interesting, interesting. I could see that. Alright, the latest victim was Pere Zealot. He had been training under the High Priest and living at his house for the past 2 years. Oh, I do want to question that. 2 years is convenient. He was Lady Kira.
Gasp!
2 years? Are you sure about that? We took statements from his neighbors and his fellow monks. They all corroborated our initial findings. What about you, Maya?
Well, when I first came here, I saw Zealot praying under the High Priest's instruction.
I see. So the results of the police investigation seem to check out. So the twist is everyone believes that tyranny has only been the past 20 years, but they find out the entire family is a bunch of frauds. Damn.
Hold it!
Was Mrs. Enmy's positive ID the only way you verified the identity of the victim?
Huh? Well, no.
We also checked the ID card he carried and the data in his family registry. But what?
His personal information didn't match any of the public records we cross-referenced.
Okay, so he was using a fake name. Totally called it. I knew it. Maybe that's why the divination seance failed?
I'm not sure what you mean, Mr. Wright.
Here's what I'm thinking. His address was wrong. It's a fake name. Called it. And that's how Phoenix gets the father enraging him to confess. Mad because he believed he was the one in control, but he wasn't, and he too was lied and used. Damn. The victim decided to hide his identity for some reason. In other words, he was using a fake name. The royal priestess uses a deceased's face and true name to summon their spirit. Literally Death Note. Literally Death Note rules.
Why, yes, that is indeed true.
If he was using a forged ID, and there is no mention of him in our public records, then he was likely an illegal immigrant. They are not uncommon here in Korayan. An illegal immigrant? Come to think of it, Rafa mentioned something about immigrants yesterday. But if that's the case, we have no way of knowing who he really is. We'll have to proceed without holding a divination seance this time. I had always thought that Acolyte Zealot was Korayanese. Oh, how the High Priest must be lamenting his disciples' deception in the Twilight Realm. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think? Should we add this to the testimony? Yeah. This is an important fact. Please add it to the testimony. It would seem to be a fact most inconvenient for the defense. But if you insist, Detective Sky, please add what you just said to a testimony. Yes, Your Majesty. He was an illegal immigrant, so we don't know his real name. Okay.
Hold it
first. Isn't there some way to track down his real name?
No, not if he was an illegal immigrant.
Have you actually confirmed that he was in Korayan illegally? Oh yeah, he might have been legal.
Well, we don't have any conclusive evidence.
But there's also no evidence of him being a citizen of Korayan either. Okay. Oh boy. Now what do we do?
What if there was a clue in the evidence you gathered?
That's probably our only hope at this point. If he really was an illegal immigrant, our proverbial goose is probably cooked. He made a mistake of a rebel and killed his connection to the high priest. Okay. Oops. I guess we can try this. Like, he has like that tattoo, so maybe the tattoo is something? I could be wrong.
Gotcha!
But we could try it.
Objection!
This one's hard. Sorry, Detective Sky, but the police missed something important in their investigation. Huh? What are you talking about? The victim was undeniably a Koreanese native. And this crime scene photo proves it. Oh, does it? It does? It's a little hard to see, but look closely. You'll see clear proof that the victim was Koreanese. Where? I don't see anything that would prove that. His tattoo. Beep.
Take that!
Look at this tattoo right here. Why, that's a tattoo of a peach? I would like you all to think about the meaning of this tattoo. Oh, the victim really liked peaches? Well, peaches are our favorite delicacy here in Korean. They happen to be a personal favorite of mine. The sweetness of their abundant nectars and the softness of their perfectly ripe flesh. Oh, bro really was a rebel, but had to come up with a false name because he's well known. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. They are a blessing from the Holy Mother herself. Nick, I've suddenly got a craving for peaches. After the trial, Maya. Right now we have bigger fish to fry. Unfortunately, that is not a tattoo of a peach. It is not a peach, you say? Then what is it? Take a closer look. Haven't you seen something like that before? Namely the tattoo on the high priest's brow? Oh my! What? This mark is only borne by members of the Koreanist clergy.
Objection.
Do they allow their victims to have their final supper? So, that is what you believe it to be. But are they not utterly different shapes? Sure, they're shaped differently, but there's a reason for that. The victim had the peach-shaped tattoo inked over an existing tattoo for some reason. However, the dark red portion is exactly the same as the mark all Koreanist clergy bear. Did he have, like, the defiant dragon tattoo? Maybe. Hey, you're right! Until about 20-some-odd years ago, everyone did get one, didn't they? I myself bear one on my right buttock. That is entirely too much information, Your Majesty. He totally did. Information on everyone who enters the clergy is maintained at the temple. All we have to do is look up a monk with a mark in the same spot. I'm on it. I'll let you know if I get any hits. This will not be necessary. If you seek information on the clergy, I have it all right here. Uh-oh, my! You never cease to amaze. So tell us, is there anyone who fits the bill? There is just one, and his name is... That's stupid. That's stupid. That's worse than anonymous. That's stupid. Real name. Real name. His name is a real name. There is just one, and his name is Real Nemu. He became a monk 20 years ago. Then that must be the victim's real name. Crazy. He became a monk at the age of 1? Proven to be a fake name. His real name was a real name. His real identity was that of a Parianist monk. But why would he have tried to cover up his tattoo with another one? Yeah, there must have been some reason.
Nick, that's not important right now.
I bet it is.
The important thing is that we know his real name.
You're right. Your Majesty, now that we know the victim's real name, the divination seance might finally work. Are we gonna have to watch the dance again? A lawyer who willingly seeks a seance. This is entirely unprecedented. You are but digging your own grave, defense. We won't know that until we try. Sure, it's risky, but it's our only hope. Very well. Let the divination seance be held once more. She's gonna do it again. Oh my god. No. Listen, I love it. I love it. But just seeing it once per trial is nice.
Why would a lawyer work so hard to see the divination seance be held once more? You are a fool, barbed head, and your foolishness shall yield no gratitude from me.
I know it's not gonna happen. But it would be so damn funny if she's like, this is stupid. Why would a lawyer request this? Okay, let's do this. And she does it. And it shows somebody completely different murdering him. It's like, oh, snap. Oh, snap.
And your foolishness shall yield no gratitude from me.
They see the murder happen is literally the wipe out of her costume.
For with the truth revealed by my insights, I shall gladly seek your demise.
Okay. They see Miles Edgeworth murdering him. Miles Edgeworth checking a gun. Bring it on, princess. Because I will correctly interpret each and every one of your insights. The ghost of Manfred von Karma.
You'll regret ever thinking you could use my sacred insights as evidence.
O Holy Mother,
okay, we're doing this
we
again.
hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Oh my god, you could skip it. Listen, we watched it once. I don't mind watching it once per trial, okay? But I don't want to watch it again. Once is enough. Oh. Oh, that's the, heavy. Is he being crushed? Ooh. Okay. Oh my. Interesting. It is just as Mr. Wright surmised. Pure Zealot wasn't the victim's true name. And now at last we have seen the victim's final moments. But all we could see was the ground. Yeah, Phoenix, what did you think was gonna happen? He was praying. You seem terribly disappointed. I take it you did not find any fodder for one of your infamous turnabouts. He said the thing. I, on the other hand, have discovered something. Conclusive evidence that establishes the accused's guilt. Nope. You did? A most surprising surprise attack. So, tell us, Prosecutor Satmati, what is this conclusive evidence you have found? The princess killed him. The Plumed Punisher theme song that the deceased heard. Please consider this item here. It was confiscated from the accused during her interrogation.
Hey, that's my Plume Punisher strap.
When you press the Magatama on the Plumed Punisher's belt, it was 100% the wife. No doubting it. No doubts now. If there was any doubts before, no doubts now. I figured it out. He died before they traded their collectibles. And she traded the Steel Samurai watch with the... Or it's not the Plume Punisher theme song, it's the Steel Samurai theme song that's heard. One of those. It seems the accused inadvertently pressed the button in the midst of her crime, because they keep mentioning how the songs are different. This strap is an extremely rare item. Is it not, Miss Faye?
You better not break it. There's only one of those in the whole wide world.
Maya, no! Don't say that.
It's just as I said. Your flights of fancy have come crashing down on you.
She sure seems to be enjoying this. Yeah, I've never seen her look so thrilled before either.
It is time to accept the fact that the divination seance is far more than mere evidence. It is the very truth that brings the hammer of justice down upon the accused.
That is as conclusive as evidence can get. Now then, if there are no further objections...
Objection!
Every time. Slow down there, your majesty. At least let me make a counter-argument. What's this? Do you take issue with the divination seance? Oh, I have issues with it. Just don't know what they are yet. But that's never stopped me before. The divination seance is not the absolute truth. It only becomes the truth after it's been interpreted correctly.
Ugh, you do not know when you are beaten. Do you, you foolish lawyer? I am the only one who speaks for the Maitama of the deceased. If you believe there to be errors in my insights, then let us see you prove it.
Okay, I got a lot of questions. The Plume Punisher theme song threw me off. The smell of the stuff we talked about was Lady Believe. That's throwing me off.
The victim was offering up his prayers. It was the night of the rite. Though it's dark, the pattern on the plaza's ground was visible. Then someone was there, and the theme to the Plume Punisher filled the air. The accused held the defenseless victim down and plunged her knife into his neck. The blade struck true, and in that instant he departed from this world.
Yeah, I got a lot of questions, ma'am.
That is everything the deceased experienced in his final moments.
Her benevolence's insights have painted a detailed picture, both vivid and true. I didn't notice any holes there. As they stand now, those insights are really stacked against us. We'll just have to go over each and every one of the deceit's sensations very carefully. Picturing this off. Okay, hold on, go a bit fast. The victim was offering up his prayers. The right. I don't think we could do anything with the Plume Punisher theme yet. I think we're gonna have to make that clearer. But I do want to bring up the smell because I don't think it was the right. Do we have evidence though? partaken during the Feast of Blessings, where it's customary to partake in dishes made with ginger hill. These dishes are only prepared during the feast, which starts at noon on the day before the rite and must be finished by 3 p.m. on the same day. So that's wrong. So let's,
Objection!
Was it really the night of the rite?
What do you mean? It could not be otherwise. The accused slew Acolyte Zealot after killing the high priest during the purification rite.
The only problem is the deceased spirit does not corroborate that.
What's this?
Take a good look at what the victim smelled. Do you see how it says ginger hill? Acolyte Zealot shouldn't have smelled any ginger hill on the night of the rite. What do you mean? You've lived here for how long? Let me back up my statement with some evidence for you. Do we need evidence? Isn't this just a thing that everyone in this country knows? Like, come on.
Take that!
The high priest's wife, Believe in Me, told me about the Feast of Blessings. The feast includes a number of ginger hill-based dishes, and they're only supposed to be served at a certain time the day before the rite. That's so the smell doesn't interfere with the rite. Why, I believe you're right. I had completely forgotten about that. How? During the feast, the unique smell of ginger hill pervades the entire kingdom. The fact that the victim smelled it means he was murdered between noon and 3 p.m. the day before the purification rite. So he's been dead a while. I like how he just has a random piece of paper around with him all the time. He can just flick his hand onto it.
I am not so easily fooled. Did that autopsy report not make it clear? The estimated time of death was during the rite.
Alright. Taught her about that yesterday. Forgive me your benevolence, but the estimated time of death is just that. An estimate. Depending on the circumstances, it's possible for it to change. It's our turn to update the autopsy report. Yes! Finally!
What's this?
Like, if a body was kept cold, the slow rate of decay makes the death seem more recent. Oh, why, I believe I have heard something of the sort before. If it is as Mr. Wright claims, the estimated time of death in the autopsy report will have to be revised.
Barbed head, you blinded me with science.
Sorry. Wait, what am I apologizing for?
No matter. The murder may have occurred in the afternoon hours the day before the rite. Nevertheless, the murder weapon with the accused prints on it is incontrovertible evidence. I will now amend my insight to account for this new truth.
It was the afternoon, the day before the rite. Though it's dark, the pattern on the plaza's ground was visible. Blade struck true, and that instant he departed from this world.
The time of death has been corrected, leaving my insight infallible.
Nick, a change in the time of death is bound to cause some sort of inconsistency. If I had something that showed what it was like on that day, it could really help. Oh, we're gonna have to look at the newspaper. The victor, which I bring up his prayer. Though it's dark, the pattern on the plaza's ground was visible. Okay. Can we watch it again? Thank you. Is that the... No. Do we have the... Oh yeah, there it is. Where's the, newspaper? Lady Kira... The thick white ice that froze the ground of the plaza. There we go! It was frozen over. So this wasn't the, this was someplace else.
Objection!
She does. She does. The change in the date and time of the crime. Oop. My thing unplugged. Has caused a new inconsistency to surface. What's this? Ugh, you are making that irritating face again. Cease that at once. Sorry, but this is the face I was born with. Oh, Phoenix Wright. My man. Now let's focus on what's important. What the victim saw in his final moments. Do you have bats in your belfry, barbed head? There is nothing to see. The ground at the plaza was all that entered the victim's eyes. And that's what I find so strange. On the day before the Wright, it should have been impossible to see that pattern on the ground. Oh, wait. I had a thought. Oh! He wasn't... Oh... He stood there! Okay, so either he stood there, that's what the blood is. He totally died in here. So either he was standing there, or the, because we said the slab was wobbly. Either he was standing there and like it's wobbly because it got hit or something, or it was originally on the ground and put up. That's what it is. On the day before the Wright, it should have been impossible to see that pattern on the ground. Impossible, you say? Do explain. This piece of evidence shows why the plaza's ground was not visible that day. Where's the newspaper? We use this newspaper a lot. This newspaper has an article that is tiny in size, but huge in importance. Okay, Phoenix. It says that the ground was covered with thick white ice the day before the Wright. What? But... the victim did not see so much as an ice cube on the ground. Exactly. And so we must ask, what was the victim looking at in his final moments? If you have something to say, then say it. The last thing the victim saw was not the ground at the Plaza of Devotion. This can only mean that he was killed elsewhere. What? 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 Then where do you propose the victim was actually killed?
Yes, tell us where. Otherwise your argument is worthless.
About that. Oh, I haven't gotten to that part yet. Any ideas, Maya?
Let me think. Well, it's somewhere green and shaggy, right?
Right, but where could that be?
What is it, barbed head? Giving up already?
Not at all. Now, where have I seen something green and shaggy? Oh my. This shows where the victim was killed.
Take that!
The secret hideout the rebels were using.
Rebel hideout? There was no such place anywhere on the floor of that chamber.
Oh, and the theme song didn't... Okay, it was definitely the Plume Punisher theme song, and it came from that clock over there. Okay. You're probably right. There's no place on the floor anyway. Then what did the victim see in his final moments, if not the floor of the rebel hideout? This is what the victim saw in his final moments.
Take that!
The shaggy green surface the victim saw was one of the moss-covered stone slabs. As you can see, there are two distinct hand-shaped impressions in the moss here. I believe the victim was killed while he stood there with his hands pressed against the slab. So he was standing. That does agree with the seance vision. However, one cannot definitely declare they are one and the same. I concur. There is no proof that a murder occurred in the rebel hideout, except for all the blood.
Indeed. What evidence do you have of this? The blood?
I've already shown you the evidence. What do you mean? Please take a look at the second version of the photo I just showed you. You can see the results of the luminol test I performed in the rebel hideout. This is the proof positive that someone had been bleeding in front of that stone slab. Is this true? This information has already been provided to the police. Detective Sky, to whom does this blood belong?
We thought it was the High Priest blood that flowed in from outside, so we haven't tested it yet.
Emma, you know better than that. Then you must do so at once. Yes, Your Majesty. You should test it anyway. It appears the police have finished testing the blood. Detective Sky, your report, please. The blood found in the rebel hideout belongs to Pere Zealot, just like the defense claims. Detective Sky, do you realize what your blunder has done to me? When this trial concludes, I want to see you in my prayer chamber. There, I will deliver a joyous sermon unto you for 8 hours straight. I'm really sorry, but please anything but that.
Nick, maybe, just maybe, this is the chance we've been waiting for.
Yep, it would seem so. Hate to do this to Emma, but
Go for it. It's full speed ahead.
the victim was killed in the rebel hideout the day before the purification rite. Then his body was moved to the Plaza of Devotion by someone we've yet to identify. So when we thought we saw Acolyte Zealot praying during the rite, he was already dead. And that's not all. He was killed at the inner sanctum. That would explain one more thing. And that would be how the time of death was made to look later than it actually was, the proof of which was left behind at the sanctum. This points to how the time of death was made to appear later than it actually was.
Take that!
Why, these are photos of the inner sanctum? They're praying next to a corpse. I'd like you to focus on this one. The proof is right here in this photo. This is how the time of death was made to appear later than it really was. Do you see how the snow has been removed from this one spot only? That's because it was used to keep the victim's body cold. And that's why the time of death wasn't what it seemed.
The time was mistaken? And the place too? And just what do you believe that proves?
That my client is innocent.
What if her fingerprints on the dagger and the plumed Punisher theme the victim heard? You have failed to address these two key pieces of evidence.
I see your point.
Wasn't this your big chance, Nick?
I'm really hoping that difference in location can invalidate either the weapon or the theme song from being used as evidence against you.
Actually, that might be possible. At least for one of them.
Really?
What's this? You say you can contradict our argument for a key piece of evidence? Very well. Let us see you try. Nick, take a good look at the rebel hideout photo. It's the alarm clock.
The defense can invalidate this piece of evidence with the theme song.
The Plumed Punisher theme song? And how do you intend to support such a claim?
Since the murder happened in the rebel hideout, there's something there that played the theme song other than my client's strap. Someone put the knife into Maya's hand and she got cold and took it out again. Yeah, definitely. It wasn't the strap? Is this true? This item that played the Plume Punisher theme song was this.
Take that!
This is a Plume Punisher alarm clock. I believe the victim heard its alarm go off.
What proof do you have that the alarm went off?
Objection!
What proof do you have that it was my client's strap that played the theme song?
Do not twist the facts with your lawyerly wiles. Either way, the accused would still be guilty based off of her prints on the murder weapon.
And here is what really happened. I hope this trial ends as Phoenix cheering up Rafa. The victim stood with his hands on the stone slab in the hideout. It was the afternoon, the day before the Wright. Okay.
Through there, though there had been some twists and turns, that is the truth of what happened.
Ugh. Won't get anywhere until I can eliminate the dagger. Most impressive, your benevolence. I see no inconsistencies anywhere in the prosecution's case. No, there is one. What's this? You still claim there to be an inconsistency?
Try as you might, the outcome will always be the same.
I'm guessing that it wasn't a I'm guessing that he was being crushed or something, which is dark. Oh, he was being crushed by the slab. Oh, God.
Objection!
The victim was originally thought to have been stabbed while bent over in prayer, but he was actually standing with his hands against the stone slab. So the question is, where did the sensation of something heavy come from? Yes, I see your point. Since the victim was standing, he couldn't have been held down. Surely an X-ray would reveal this. Then tell us, Mr. Wright, what was that heavy sensation felt by the victim? What caused the heavy sensation Zealot felt? Any thoughts, Maya?
I agree that sense of heaviness seems important, but there's also the matter of Zealot's hands on the stone slab. Why were they even there?
Could it be related to the cause of the heavy sensation? Well, Mr. Wright, do you have an answer for us? Of course. I just envisioned the state Zealot was in when he was killed. The cause of the heaviness the victim felt was the culprit jumping on him? The falling? Okay, it was falling on him, yeah. The only conceivable cause is the stone slab falling over, trapping the victim underneath. What?
Oh, the stone slab came falling down on him, crushing him underneath.
Yeah, Maya, say that more cheerfully. Right. That was the cause of the heavy sensation the victim felt.
Objection.
While your theory is impressive, you have overlooked a key fact. The victim was not crushed to death, rather he was stabbed. He was stabbed after, probably. Oh yeah. Or do you claim that the dagger was plunged in after the slab had fallen on him? Plus, had the killer been behind the victim, they would have both been crushed together. Who said that the killer was behind? What if the killer did the pushing and then moved the body and stabbed the victim? Boom. Figured it out. Well, would you care to explain? Sure, I'd love to. Doesn't mean I can. How could the dagger have been plunged in after the slab fell on the victim? The killer couldn't have plunged the dagger into the victim after the slab fell on him. But what if the murder weapon wasn't what we thought it was? Oh! Ew. Okay, so he was definitely dead by stabbing. Oh, he's the one. He's the one that, got, bled on the statue. Yeah, he's the one. Okay. What if the murder... Well, there were other weapons in the rebel hideout. But the entrance to the hideout is right by the stone slab. There isn't enough space between the two to use any of the weapons found within. Yeah, there's not much space by the entrance, is there? That's why there was so much blood in the water, because he died in the water. So, what was the real murder weapon then? Better think of something.
If the murder weapon wasn't the dagger, then the dagger must have been plunged into the victim after he was already dead. That means he was stabbed at least twice, but the autopsy doesn't mention that.
He must have been stabbed in the same spot with something shaped like a dagger. Would the defense care to offer an explanation sometime this century? Wait, wasn't there something dagger-like near the scene of the crime? The statue! Something that is shaped similar to the Warbad's dagger? Present your evidence at this time, Mr. Wright. This shows what really killed the victim.
Take that!
Is this not the photo from the scene of the High Priest's murder? Are you suggesting the murder weapon is hidden herein? What is it that really took Pare Zealot's life?
Take that!
But that is the
Warbad statue?
Exactly. The Warbad statue has dagger-like feathers protruding from it. That is what really took the victim's life.
Objection.
You imbecilic fool. The statue is outside of the hideout. How do you propose it impaled someone who was inside? Haven't you heard? The Warbad statue also functions as the hideout's door. What do you mean? The statue can pull a complete switcheroo. A switcheroo? To put it simply, it's a revolving door. A revolving door? Why, that makes perfect sense. Therefore, I believe the truth behind the divination seance to be this. As the victim entered the secret hideout, the stone sculpture came toppling towards him. He threw up his hands to stop it, but its weight forced him backwards. Fortunately, the Warbad statue was right behind him. This cannot be! But the accused's fingerprints were found on the dagger. She had held it while rehearsing for the rite, which is when her prints got on it. This is a shocking turn of events, but there is a great deal of circumstantial evidence in the defense's favor. I believe we must accept that the Warbad statue was what killed the victim. The shard protruding feathers took Prairie Zealot's life. It's also a revolving door. Now that we know how Acolyte Zealot really met his demise, there's no basis for claiming my client committed this crime. Nice work, Nick.
How can this be happening yet again? The divination seance is the only truth.
No, your benevolence. It's not the truth itself, but it is a means for shedding light on the truth. Maya thought the water looked like blood, but didn't notice the statue was covered in blood. Yeah, that's a bit of... Do you understand now? Your kingdom needs lawyers so that they can interpret your insights. But... Unless... No. Unless the water doesn't move or something, and the statue was literally just turned around when she noticed it before she got knocked out. And the killer came from inside the hideout, which is why the statue gets turned back around. That could be possible. No idea.
But that means I have been misinterpreting the voices of the spirits all this time.
Your benevolence! Are you unwell? Oh, the color has drained from your face. She's gonna faint again.
I will be fine. Continue your proceedings without me.
As you wish. The statue wasn't turned around yet. Yeah. I feel bad for her. Now then, I would have the defense continue. Please explain what you've learned now that we know that the victim actually died. But then again, I had in mind, I noticed there's a statue on either side. I don't think she knows it that well. I don't think she knows the place well enough to know if there was even a statue to begin with. Acolyte Zealot was killed in the hideout before the High Priest's murder. That means the body found at the Plaza of Devotion was moved there by the real killer. But only after the Warbad dagger was thrust into him. Thought she would have seen a photo of the crime scene to be honest. I don't know how much they're letting her see. To make it look like the murder weapon. And she says she doesn't really remember much of that night since it was like dark and like she got knocked out, you know, and her memory's foggy. That does seem to agree with what we know. But why would the real killer go to such lengths? I believe stabbing Acolyte Zealot's body with the dagger and moving it to the plaza was a warning from the Twilight Realm. That's hilarious. A crime committed for fun. No, it was to make it look like serial murder. It was an attempt to make my client look like a serial killer. That's right. The real killer planned all of this. This forged serial murder case. They did? That's it, Nick. Keep hammering away. Your reasoning has more holes in it than that cheese you foreigners so enjoy. What? Like those putrid, hole-ridden clumps of curds that only a rat like you could love. Damn. Damn, that hit deep. Your reasoning, much like your putrid, hole-riddled brain, has been putrefied. What is this deal with things going putrid? You have yet to overturn my argument that the accused is the killer. A careful analysis of the chain of events up to the killing exposes the truth as follows. Disguised as Lady Kira, the accused found the rebel hideout the day before the rite. But Acolyte Zealot had followed her there after noticing her suspicious behavior. Caught by surprise, she pushed the stone slab toward him, and we know the rest. Makes no sense, but okay.
I've never been to the rebel hideout in my life!
When the High Priest arrived at the sanctum the next day, he realized what she had done. That is when the accused murdered him in order to silence him. I believe Prosecutor Sadmati has posed a compelling scenario. The defense, on the other hand, has yet to disprove the accused's guilt.
Objection!
How would my client move Acolyte Zealot's body to where everyone could see it? And why would she stab the dagger with her fingerprints into his dead body? She had no reason to do any of those things. The dagger in his corpse was likely a warning to the rebels. Something along the lines of, Lady Kira will slay the defiant dragons. So that is why she moved the body to the plaza for all to see. Now he has the judge convinced too. I thought I'd finally made some headway. Well, Mr. Wright, about time for one of your groans of distress, is it not? Groan of distress? It kills me to admit this, but I've got nothing to counter his argument with. Damn. I still haven't disproven the allegations against Maya. Maya's never beaten the allegations. Is it not time to end your futile struggle? You were already judged guilty yesterday. That makes you a dead lawyer walking. Accept the death that now awaits you. Jesus. Accept the death that now awaits you. And in doing so, finally know peace. A dead lawyer walking indeed. Then again, are not all lawyers who practice in Korayan? But I must admit, I misspoke earlier. Allow me to amend my statement. I had said the defense's reasoning had a putrid cheese-like smell. But I now realize the stench was from his own putrid body, on the verge of death. Damn. Now I'm a rotting zombie. Think, who could have killed Zealot the day before the Wright? Who knew about the rebel hideout, and who could gain access to the inner sanctum?
Only those involved with the Wright can enter the sanctum, so...
Wait a second. Only a rebel would have known about the secret hideout. And the only person who was involved with the Wright had access to the sanctum, and was suspected of being a rebel. Whoa. Okay, Wi-Fi went out for a second or two. Rip. Wait. Ah!
Did somebody come to mind?
Yes, except there's one huge problem.
A huge problem?
He's dead! What are you two going on about? Plotting your escape from this sacred hall? I would not put it past you, considering you have no means to raise further objection. If I don't do something, Prosecutor Sadmati will have this one in the bag. Just have to bluff my way out of this, regardless of that huge problem. Your Majesty, I believe there's another suspect in Pere Zealot's murder.
Objection!
Even the most benevolent Holy Mother would not forgive such a desperate lie. After all, you know very well that such a person does not exist. No, there is one person who knew everything. Does this figure truly exist? Tell us, who might that be? I believe the prime suspect in Acolyte Zealot's murder is... Oh my god.
Take that!
Oh my god. We're right. It had to be someone allowed to enter the sanctum and who knew of the hideout. And that would be the High Priest. He could have committed the crime if it occurred the day before the Wright. You would pin a crime upon the dead, knowing very well they tell no tales. Dead men tell no tales does not work in the land of spirit mediums. Like, come on, buddy. Dead men do a lot of talking. Phoenix's mentor did a lot of talking for being dead. Have you no shame? Dead men tell no tales? That is definitely a problem. It's not. Phoenix, it's not. You know it's not. Oh my god. If only the High Priest could tell his side of the story as he looks to Maya, who could easily make the High Priest tell his story. I can't believe we're actually doing this.
What? Do I have something on my face?
Wait a second. Could this actually work? Oh no, don't tell me I have some breakfast caught between my teeth. No, there's even the slightest possibility. I'll have to go with it. Your Majesty, dead men do tell tales. Therefore, I would like to request the High Priest's testimony. His testimony? Just how do you propose we get the deceased to testify? There's a way for the dead to testify. It's known as divination seance. Spirit channeling! Let's go! Summon him here by means of spirit channeling. What did you just say?
Spirit channeling? Has this lawyer finally gone insane?
This is sacrilege. May the Holy Mother strike him down. Peace? I am frankly astonished you even know of such a thing. But spirit channeling is a secret art that only Her Eminence Queen Garan can perform. And Her Eminence is far too busy with other duties to perform it at our pleasure. I suspected as much. That means our only hope is Pearl Faye! Bring in Pearl Faye, folks. Maya.
It's okay, Nick. You can tell them.
But Maya, I thought you wanted to keep it a secret here in Karayan.
Don't worry. It's not like it's against the law or violates some religious precepts, so I don't think we'll be punished. At least, I hope not.
But this is a crucial period for you. It'll decide whether you become a master of Karain.
We don't have any other choice, now do we? If I'm found guilty, it'll be a lot worse than not becoming the master of Karain.
Alright. Thanks, Maya. Actually, there is someone here who's capable of channeling spirits. But even Her Benevolence, Princess Rafa, finds the divination seance to be a challenge. Who could possibly have greater spiritual power than she, aside from the Queen?
That would be me. Is this some sort of joke? A foreigner cannot possibly have such power.
Even the Royal Priestess is incapable of such a feat. Peace? Peace, I say? Is this true? Is the accused capable of performing the secret art of spirit channeling? Are we actually gonna see it? Because, like, I think it'll be the first time we've ever seen Maya channel someone, channel a man. We've only seen her channel, women before, Mia and, Dahlia.
Well, yes I can.
Now, Your Majesty, we'd like your permission to begin. Your Benevolence?
This is an outrage! An outrage, I say! First you make a mockery of the divination seance, and now spirit channeling?
Your Benevolence speaks truth! Spirit channeling is a sacred right! Foreign devils, I say they should be put to death immediately!
Still your voices! Barbed head, spirit channeling is the most sacred and secret of arts. Are you prepared to face the consequences of what you propose?
Yes, I am. Your Benevolence, are you saying you approve their use of spirit channeling?
I will judge whether their claim is true. If this is but another of their lies, they shall be executed on the spot.
Very well then. Your Benevolence, this is the one time Maya can't actually channel anybody. She's like, oh no, Nick, it's not working. Or what if the accused accidentally calls forth an evil spirit?
Do you truly believe this foreigner is capable of channeling spirits?
Oh, no, but I want to be sure, as I am responsible for the safety of all present.
Well, an inexperienced practitioner could inadvertently call forth a dangerous spirit, but do not fear, for I have a Magatama of parting.
Ooh, that's cool.
With it, I can send spirits back to the Twilight Realm by halting the flow of
Spiritual power. This would have been so helpful. Can you give Phoenix ones every time Mia comes back? She's like, hey Phoenix, how's it going? He's like, be gone, Mia. Enough of you. That is a relief indeed.
These foreigners have thrown down the gauntlet. Let us not shrink from their challenge. We must prove them guilty and deliver their last rites. Do I make myself clear, Prosecutor Sadmati?
Perfectly, Your Benevolence. Very well. The accused may channel the High Priest's spirit. But first we may take a short recess to prepare. We will resume as soon as the preparations are complete. Until then, this court is adjourned. Sorry, Maya, but this was the only way. You sure you're up for this?
Thanks for believing in me, Nick.
Sorry about that.
Even though I don't know if my channeling ability is on point yet.
Alright. Before she started training here, her success rate was only about 30%. I know you can do it, Maya. At least I hope she can. So, you sure you're ready?
Yeah, at least I think so.
You don't sound so confident. What about all your training? Damn, Phoenix, come on.
Training's one thing. Actually doing it is another.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. She fails to channel the High Priest, we're as good as dead.
Relax, Nick. You can count on me. I'll show you what my training's done for me. This'll be a moment you never forget.
Okay, I just hope it's unforgettable in a good way.
Once we hear Abbot Inmi's story, I'm sure the truth will come to light.
I hope so, but he was hiding the fact that he was a rebel, so... I doubt it'll be as cut and dried as all that. They're ready for you. Please return to the Hall of Justice at once. Okay, Maya. Counting on you.
You got it. Here we go.
We have received official approval for the accused to channel a spirit here today. Now, if you will, Miss Faye, please proceed.
Yes, Your Majesty.
I can't believe this. Only the Queen should channel spirit.
Execute them. Put them to death right now.
Come on, Maya. I'm counting on you.
I've been studying here in Karayan for 2 years now. So that one day I'll be the master of Karain, a village of spirit mediums back home. But first, I shall show you all the fruits of my training in your kingdom.
Wow, she seems really confident.
A neophyte practitioner such as you could not possibly channel a spirit. Okay, your benevolence. How about this? If I succeed, will you stop calling me a neophyte? Very well. If you succeed.
Oh, I will. Just you watch. Oh, we're actually gonna watch her spirit channel. Usually we just look away for a second and suddenly she's...
Return now to the world of the living.
Sorry. Oh, we've never seen her spirit channel before. That's so cool. Usually it's just like, we just turn around a second and all of a sudden... all of a sudden Mia Faye is there. No! Maya, what happened? Oh my god. You know what? You know what? This is a great place to leave off. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm gonna send you guys all over to Entity. Go show them some love. Oh boy. This has been fun. This has been fun. I'll see you all off later. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh boy, what a screen cap to leave off on. Catch you later, gamers.